What's up, Castleberry? Welcome to episode 172 of the What's Up, Castleberry podcast. Woo!
Woot woot!
Woo!
We are thrilled that we are back together again. Episode 172. We have an incredible guest coming up, a lady who is helping shape the futures of lots of young people in our city, and we are very grateful for that. Let's launch off that conversation with Pat Weber that we will have shortly, talking about scholarships. Here's the question, the icebreaker for everybody today. If you could create a scholarship for any unique talent or skill, not just academics or sports, what would that skill be that would qualify you for a scholarship?
Taylor Swift knowledge.
Taylor Swift knowledge. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there are probably some scholarships for that. Mm-hmm. You know, you can get degrees in Taylor Swift knowledge.
Songwriting, yeah, because her songwriting is very good. That places like
Isn't that a little subjective?
No, it's like literally like true. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It is a fact.
Like it or hate it, she has written several great songs.
All right, so you would win a scholarship for Taylor Swift knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, drop a little bit of Taylor Swift knowledge on us that we may not know. I mean, that's not going to be too hard for me.
Right. Her last album, The Tortured Poets Department, spent, I believe, a record-breaking 18 weeks at number 1.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Impressive.
Really knew that.
Mm-hmm. And she's, I won't say the only artist, but she is one of the only artists who has multiple albums in the top, like, 100 thing that are, like, years, her current one and, like, several that are older that are still in the current, like, top of the charts.
Congratulations, you win a Taylor Swift scholarship.
Thank you.
For kindergarten.
I'll take it.
Oh, that was funny.
Not great.
Okay, not great. Okay. All right. Who's up next on the unusual talent that would qualify them for a scholarship?
Yeah, so whoever can make me the best cup of coffee. I'm a coffee snob, so
Nice.
I would just have like a competition and then get overly caffeinated. Yeah.
Heart might get...
Yeah. Heart might explode, but it's worth it.
Nice. That's good. I don't think I'd win that award off you, though, because my coffee skills are limited.
But
If you gave out a scholarship for tea, though, I would throw my hat in that ring. What words of wisdom do you have, Carlos, about your scholarships?
I would have a scholarship that would be distributed to qualify. You would have to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 30 seconds. Oh. And then it would be distributed based on whether you were the fastest or not in that category.
Blindfolded?
Nope, just under 30 seconds.
Can people actually do the Rubik's Cube in 30 seconds?
I had nothing to do with my time in high school, and I got down to an average time of like 28 seconds.
No way.
No.
Way back then.
Nerds.
I can't even.
I had nothing to do with my time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you like some genius?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
I need to see this.
But I would like to give a scholarship to people who had nothing better to do with their time either.
There you go. Gosh, I can't even
that's
peel
beautiful.
I can't even peel the stickers off a Rubik's Cube on one side in 30 seconds. So that was a little. Do you get it? All right. And so I'm up now. What scholarship award would I offer? We've talked about Taylor Swift. I wouldn't get that one. I wouldn't get the Rubik's Cube or the coffee. But maybe the scholarship that I would offer would be for 1990s English Premier League soccer teams, right? I would give people a team that played in the 90s in England, and if they could name the starting 11, I'd give them a scholarship. Because I can't remember what I did yesterday, but I have this nerdy memory for soccer teams in England in the 90s.
Chelsea, 95.
The goalkeeper was a guy called Eddie DeHay. They had Graham Lassau at left back. Probably a guy called Kerry Dixon up front playing striker. I could probably go a little bit more, but
ChatGPT says you're wrong. So no kidding.
I would challenge ChatGPT. But yeah, so maybe those odd scholarships that we would give out. But we are going to hear very soon about some important scholarships that go to some very worthy recipients. Okay, let's move to our news desk. And who is going to be our news reporter today?
Breaking news. So we heard of some of the unique talents or skills that would earn you a scholarship here from our What's Up Castleberry team. But speaking of earning stuff, one of our What's Up Castleberry team members has earned a very, very prestigious and honoring award.
Multiple times.
Alia, would you mind telling us about that?
So our very own Andy has won Citizen of the Year
Again.
And he's very humble, and we're super grateful that he's part of our team and also part of the community. We all know him in different ways, and we can all say that he is definitely deserving of Citizen of the Year.
That's very kind. Thank you. Last week, we had a police awards dinner where we honored the bravery and courage of many of our officers, where we celebrated those who got promoted. And I walked in and a couple of officers said, "Congratulations." And I said, What are you talking about? I'm just here to honor people. And they said, "You don't know, do you?" And I said, "I don't know." And they said, "Well, it's not our story to tell. Have a nice night." And I'm like, "Oh, that was weird." And then a little bit later, very graciously, I was awarded the Citizen of the Year. And it was very humbling and a little embarrassing. But we live in a great community, and I appreciate how you all and we all do what we can in the spaces we're in to make our community a better place. It takes all of us, right? That was a very humbling honor because I do love this community. I love its people. And I'm waffling now because I don't know what to say.
Well, listener, if you haven't gathered from listening to Andy on this podcast, Andy is truly a humble person, and it does embarrass him when we shine a spotlight on him.
It certainly does.
So I will try to keep this brief, but it is a very well-deserved award. And I think, it couldn't have gone to a better person who is an example of what it's like to be a community person.
People were actually busy that night. I think it was.
You just happen to be free.
Yeah, you just happen to be free that night. But no, it's a cool thing to know that someone who is so involved in the community and is obviously very selfless and working to connect people and shine the light on others through this podcast and everything you do, just for that to be recognized. And again, we know it's embarrassing, so we thank you for letting us put you on the spot here.
I am humbled by your desire to not embarrass me and embarrassed by it. But thank you. I love our community and what we get to build together. All right. As we get ready for our big interview in a moment, first we have to go to the dad joke of the week. And we've got some funny ones today. Robin, even before we hit record, said that she's ready to drop some humor on us. So let's start with Robin. And Robin, let's see what you got.
What's the difference between ignorance and apathy?
The difference between ignorance? Is this a philosophical question? Or is this...
Sure.
I don't know. What is the difference between ignorance and apathy?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Hey! There we
smart
go.
one.
Very, very clever.
Am I redeemed?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so my joke, again, I'm trying to tie them in with the theme. So, scholarships, school. What is a witch's favorite subject in school?
A witch's favorite subject in school? Oh, I think I know.
Go ahead.
Is it spelling?
Yes.
I like that.
Carlos, what you got?
So we had quite a big laugh before recording this part of the episode.
Yes.
But did you know that in Hawaii it's illegal to laugh out loud?
What?
Dude, I'm done.
Yeah, you have to keep it to aloha.
Aloha. Very good. Hey, do you guys feel it's cold in here?
Yeah.
Is it cold in here?
It is.
Maybe you should go sit in that corner because it's 90 degrees.
Ba-bum.
All right, that wasn't even my joke. This is my dad joke. So, what do you call two monkeys that share an Amazon account?
Primates.
Oh, you've heard it.
No, I just
You're
figured
smart.
it out.
You are smart. You are smart. Do you know why vampires don't have any friends?
Why?
Because they're pains in the neck.
I thought it's because they had garlic breath. No, wait, they wouldn't have garlic breath. Never mind.
That's like a reverse joke.
Yeah.
All right. How did our dad joke section go, Robin? Fail? I think you maybe got the best today.
Oh.
What do you guys think? I mean, I may have got Citizen of the Year, but you got dad joke of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Plaudits. Congratulations.
Wow.
All right, we've checked in. We have shared some news. We've told some jokes. Now let's hear about some bright futures that have been built in our city.
After a word from our sponsor.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
Thank
Church Together connects people together with Christ in community and for our city. Join us for worship at 200 North Triplet Lake Drive in Castleberry, Sundays at 10 a.m. For more information, visit us at ourchurchtogether.com.
Welcome back, listeners. We have a super exciting interview with Pat Weber, who I pretty much talk to weekly. So nothing new for me, but
Feels like we're eavesdropping on your weekly conversation with Pat.
We can do it that way.
yeah. And she's going to be, not to spoiler alert, but we're super excited for our scholarship award program coming up. So she's going to highlight some of that fun stuff. So you've always been involved and super active in the Castleberry community and the Castleberry Chamber of Commerce, which is how we met. So what do you enjoy most about our community?
What I enjoy most is how I've seen it grow, not by numbers, but I moved into Deer Run. I live someplace else now, but when I moved into Deer Run in 2000, Castleberry itself was still not quite a community. Now it's a community. City's doing a lot of great things, and we have Lake Concord Park and all the events, and people are coming together. So there's a strong sense of community, and that's one of the things I enjoy. And a lot of interaction between the Chamber of Commerce and the City of Castleberry and the local faith leaders as well, which is really nice.
Yeah. Pat, I love that. I mean, you just kind of dived right in. No icebreaker needed here, right? No, that's fine. But you're right. Castleberry 20 years ago, I mean, you know, these guys are too young to remember. I mean, we're the senior members of the group, Pat. But
Well, we are.
it was a different place. And it's people like you and your engagement in so many activities and your kind of relational spirit that have helped kind of pull people together. Because what's great about Castleberry now is the relationships that we share and how we know each other and how we kind of bump into each other. I love the fact that you guys have a weekly kind of catch up almost. That's great. And so you and I, Pat, met through the Chamber of Commerce, I believe, and you've been very involved in leading and shaping that for many years. One of the signatures of that is how you help Castleberry students continue their education by providing scholarships and things like that. And we're getting to the time of year where it's scholarship time and where it's college application time. And in fact, after this podcast, I'm going to go home and read a couple of college essays that my son wants me to proofread, which probably the least qualified person to do that. But tell us a little bit about the beginning, the genesis of the Promoting Prosperity Scholarship that the Chamber leads. How did this program come to be? How did it come into existence?
Well, really, the Chamber began about 25 years ago, and at that time we were supporting and promoting prosperity for local businesses. And then at one point we looked at it as the board and said, hey, supporting businesses is great, but let's support future leaders in business here in our community. And so that the idea of the scholarship was born through that.
That's good. I love the fact that you're always looking to the next generation. That feels very healthy.
So, could you tell us a little bit about who's eligible for the scholarship and what is the prompt that they answer in their essay that they submit?
So when we originally started and still do today, we chose 3 local high schools that were within our geographic territory and our jurisdiction. So it's Lyman High School, Winter Springs High School, and Lake Howell High School. So seniors from those schools are eligible to apply for the scholarship. From there, then, we have someone that coordinates the program. It's a former school board member, Karen Allman. And
Big shout out to Karen Allman.
Yeah, Big Al.
She is a regular listener.
Yeah,
big fan of the
good.
show.
She's a great
She's the
person.
only one, I think, but no, I was just kidding.
We'll drum up.
Thank you, Karen.
And then we send out a list of criteria. Clearly, the transcripts, letter of recommendation, a personal letter of recommendation, and then letter of recommendation from the teacher. And really also then looking at community involvement or volunteerism. And then one of the things that I look at pretty heavily because I've been going through these scholarship applications, and it's getting tougher and tougher every year because these students are phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. But they have an essay of work life and what working in the community has done for them, what it has taught them in the community. And I think that's important. They don't have to be going into the one person wants to go into like respiratory therapist or whatever. So it's not like business per se, but we want them to have an idea of how business has impacted their life.
Yeah, I think we recently changed the prompt, so a lot of them talk about like their internships and things, or if they love a local business, then they and we can share about our businesses with them when we meet them, and just kind of get them excited about maybe being entrepreneurs or something else. So it's amazing that we've been able to increase the amount of scholarships we give away over the years, and it looks like this year we're going to be giving away 6 $1,000 scholarships to 6 amazing seniors. So tell us where that funding for the scholarships come from.
It comes from different events that the Chamber hosts through the year, like the golf tournament, Business Expo. We do different things. And then I think primarily from Food and Wine Festival, because that's our primary event, our major signature event, I'll call it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, from different events. And then I know this is going to come up later, but and we have in the past had local business leaders contribute too. Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. It really is a great program. My daughter was a beneficiary of it back in the day, and as a parent of college kids, everything helps. You mentioned the Food and Wine event. That's really been a signature of the Chamber and the scholarship funding. Mm-hmm. What do you love about that event? Tell us a little bit about that and how
I think we do a great job of getting the community out, and it's a very reasonable price point. And again, that was started because I've been around with the Chamber forever.
How long have you been with the Chamber?
Off and on since 2003.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You've seen lots of changes and growth there, too?
I have. Good things.
Yeah.
But the Food and Wine started out to support local business or local restaurants, really. Mm-hmm. And that's why we have it in November on the first Monday. Hopefully that's kind of an off day, meaning that Monday night for the restaurants. But the idea was to support our local restaurants and let the community know that by giving out samples of their food, that the restaurants exist and they can go patronize the restaurants as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Great event for a good cause. Yeah.
Oh, and I forgot to mention the wine, but there's the wine.
I think
there is that.
I think for some people the wine is the reason to go. For some the food is the reason to go.
Something for everyone, right?
Something for everybody.
Exactly.
We talked about the food and wine, but are there any upcoming events that the Chamber's hosting that you would like our listeners to know about?
Well, we do. The scholarship presentations this year will be the first Wednesday in April, which is our regular Chamber meeting. And the parents are invited, the principals of the schools, superintendent are all invited, and they get to read their essay. Honestly, in the past, we did have it in the evening, and maybe we'll change back to that eventually. COVID changed some things, as we all know.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. But it's one of my favorite events that we do. It is so inspiring to hear these students, what they've accomplished. I was with some friends the other night, and I was just reciting, this student did this, and it's just amazing.
There's some amazing folks in our community. It's often that you hear on the news that people are kind of down on the next generation, right?
Yeah.
But gosh, I think the potential that rests in there is quite incredible, and I love that the chamber is kind of fueling that.
So tell us how local businesses and community members can get involved in supporting or expanding the scholarship program or contributing in some way.
One of the best ways is to either to reach out to the chamber through our website or also Alia.
Yeah, and we would encourage businesses and individuals and community members to get involved, right? It takes a village, and these students are our future, and the more we can invest in them now, the better future we build for everybody. So if anyone's listening today and would like to contribute, then have at it. And I think if anyone would like to attend the awards banquet, always a special inspirational time as we hear this kind of students read, their essays, then please kind of reach out about that as well. Pat, it must be very rewarding sifting through the stories and the applications, and then even kind of seeing what becomes of some of these recipients. Do you have like a favorite story kind of wrapped up from your involvement in that?
Stories.
Stories, yeah.
No, I think really I'll highlight a student, but I also highlight a parent. A couple years ago, when we were meeting in the evening, if the parent came up to me 3 or 4 times through the evening saying, "Thank you so much, thank you so much," it was like, I mean, $1,000 is $1,000. It's a great deal, but it's not $10,000.
Right.
But this parent was so appreciative, and it's like, oh, we really are helping. We're really making a difference. And then I could highlight from this year, but I'll go a little further from the past because this will be airing before the students. But one student came, I think, from South America, but either way, at 9th grade, he didn't know English.
Wow.
So he learned English in 9th grade, worked, helped support a family business, and then still had a 4.0 GPA. And I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I don't want to compete against these students today.
There's some brilliant folks out there.
So in closing, what piece of advice do you have for seniors who are starting to explore their career path and high school students who might apply for the scholarship next year?
I think the most simple thing is just to apply. When it comes into the guidance, goes into the guidance counselor's office, please apply for it. Karen does a great job of getting it out to each office that they know it exists, and be prepared to think of, what volunteer work you've done or how you've contributed to your school, your community, whatever. And then also, we are obviously business-based, so give some thought to how business impacts you, the community, whatever, without making it too stringent, but that's a good way to start thinking about it.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Mm-hmm. Right. Pat, thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome.
But beyond that, thank you for all that you do in this scholarship program. Like you say, $1,000 is $1,000. It's a drop in the ocean of college costs, but it's significant at the same time. But beyond that, it's not just giving them money; it's giving the students hope. It's giving the students kind of a community. It's giving the students a little bit of encouragement and inspiration. And sometimes that's the push, that's the drive that they need to reach their potential. And you and those on your team and those at the chamber kind of fuel those dreams every year. So thank you for being with us today, but beyond that, thank you for all that you do to invest in our future.
Thank you so much, Pat. Scholarships, we look forward to them every single year. It's super rewarding to see our hard work go back to our students in our local community. If you want to attend the Scholarship Award Program, it's going to be featured at our luncheon on April 2nd, 11:30 to 1 p.m. So mark your calendars and be there to celebrate our seniors. So before we close, I just wanted to highlight an inspirational moment from Aristotle, keeping it very high prestige here.
Yeah.
So the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. I'll say that again. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. I think that's I definitely relate to that because sometimes studying can be hard. I'm actually studying for a designation now, but the fruit of all my labor, it'll definitely be rewarding once I've gained some additional knowledge with my career. And we should always be learning.
That's a good thought.
Thank you, Alia, and thank you, listener, for listening to another episode of the What's Up Castleberry podcast. This podcast is hosted by Alia Ray, Carlos Pereiro, and Andy Searles, and produced by Robin Kepi. For more information, visit us at whatsupcastleberry.com. Have a great week.